back at it. Oh my gosh. I did it. Hey girl, hey, I'm Dymond here and I'm back with another video. Today makes 3 years since I've been blogging. Yes, you heard that right. Dymond's Diary turns 3 today. Dymond's Diary came from a very broken place. Like, I did not want to be in college anymore. I felt like I was lost. I didn't think I had a talent. Like, I had been going through a lot in 2017, and I came up with the idea to start a blog because I didn't have someone to vent to, so I wanted to create the thing that I wanted, and out of all that hurt birthed Dymond's Diary. And on top of that, I was just really not feeling it. In 2017, blogging was a thing, but it wasn't a thing. Like, people were doing it, but nobody around me was doing it. So like, yeah, I saw big people like Maddie James. Like, I first started thinking about the idea in 2016 when I was in school. I went to Clark Atlanta University. If you didn't know, I graduated, and I was in a class and my teacher asked me, what do you want to do with fashion? Because I was a fashion major and a journalism minor, and I said, I don't know. Like, I like clothes, and yeah, that's all I had. Like, I didn't want to be a designer, I didn't want to be a buyer, so I just had to figure out what it was that I wanted to do. I knew I wanted to be a fashion journalist. In my head, I wanted to write for Vogue. I wanted to be in a winter, basically. And so she was like, do you have a blog? And I was like, blog? No, I don't. So she was like, okay, well, maybe you should think about it. And that was when I first got to Clark. But was that 2016 or 2015? That was 2015. That was 2015, because in 2016 was when I came up with it. The idea popped back in my head, but I was just like, I don't feel like it. Like, I don't want to. I loved writing and I loved fashion. I wanted to combine the two. So then I went through a whole bunch of stuff. I wanted to drop out of school, and yeah, in 2017 in January, I decided, like, I'm gonna start a blog. I'm going to start. And I was talking to one of my good friends, and I asked her, like, who's your web designer? Because I was a college student, but I was working, so I wasn't like poor, but whatever. So she gave me her web designer, and I reached out and I told her my idea, and we met and hit it off. Tate, who designed my site, really got a grasp of the idea that I had, and she brought it to life. Like, the graphics, the website, the logo, like everything that came with it, just off of our conversations that I had. I had no idea the type of stuff that I wanted. All I knew is that I wanted polka dots on my site, and I wanted my logo to be pink and gold. That's all I knew. And I knew that I wanted a lock, because the lock for Dymond's Diary symbolizes that I'm opening up myself to the world, because I've always been a closed book. So the lock symbolizes a lot for Dymond's Diary. So yeah, gave her that, and she literally made it happen. And for my birthday that year, my birthday's in April, Dymond's Diary launched in May, but I had already we started working on Dymond's Diary, I want to say February or maybe March, probably February. And it was a blessing, because normally people who do websites, well, nowadays, they charge so much money, and she really was working with me, and to this day, this is the only web designer that I use. And yeah, she continues to get everything that I want perfectly. Like, I love her to death. I'm forever grateful and thankful for her bringing my idea to life, and for her to just know exactly what I want, even though I didn't know what I wanted. So shout out to you, Tate. You are the GOAT. I will forever work with you. Any site that I ever do will be through you. We used Wix, but I transferred everything over to my web designer Tate. She now has her own platform, so we pushed everything over to that, and yeah, it's been great. The name was the hardest thing to come up with, because I knew I wanted, like, I knew my name had to stick. And I tell the story all the time. When I decided to come up with a blog, I could not find the freaking name. Like, the name just was the hardest part for me. And I would sleep, and I woke up one day, and when I woke up, it just came to me like Dymond's Diary. I called my mom so excited, like, Mom, Dymond's Diary. And she said, that is the perfect name, that's you. I always wrote in diaries as a kid. Like, I was that kid literally writing in, like, dear diary, today in school. Up until high school, probably, I always had a new diary. Like, I always had a new diary. So it just made sense, and my mom was excited about it. So called my grandmother, she was excited. So we just got the ball rolling and made it that. The greatest thing that I've been able to do is network. I network with so many different women. I feel like I network with a lot of people. I meet a lot of people. I go to a lot of different events, and I'm able to travel all over the world. When I go to an event, I get to connect with different women, not just bloggers. Maybe you're a hairstylist or whatever, and that has been the best part about blogging and networking. Like, right now I'm doing the Slay of the Week, or the Girl Boss series, where I'm chatting with different girl bosses all over the world every single week, and that has been really, really fun. I love to talk to people, and I love to hear, like, how they got to where they are and all of that. So that's the best part of networking, is really getting to know the people. So I tried to put out merch in the beginning. I want to say I tried to put out merch when I first started. No, I tried to put out merch in 2018, and it was like wah wah wah. It was because it failed because I didn't plan. I just slapped my logo on top of a shirt and thought I was gonna be able to sell it. Although it did sell, it didn't do as well because I didn't plan. I didn't look at the different fabrics. I just literally slapped my logo on it and thought it was gonna just automatically sell. So with Dymond's Diary turning 3, I decided what better time to launch the mug. Yes, you saw that right. The girl has a new mug. And I'll get into the consistent baby steps later, but y'all, when I decided I want to do merch, I wanted to make sure that whatever I put out for my blog and to sell or whatever was something that I really use. If you don't know, I post coffee literally every single day on Instagram, whether that be me making my own, me going to Starbucks, or whatever. I drink coffee almost every day. But that's neither here nor there. I think I just like get my coffee and I be on it. So here we are, a mug. Last year my friend told me I should sell mugs, and I was just like, I wasn't in the place to sell a physical product. So now that I am, it feels good to have created something that I thought about and that people were telling me. Like, a lot of people always told me you should sell coffee mugs, because I literally post my coffee picture every day. On the front of it, it's the logo, and then I wanted to add a little pink mug in the pink inside because it's girly, and just the white mug just didn't stand out to me. The pink added a depth of girliness, which, if you know me, you know I'm girly. Pink, glitter, glam, that's me. And then the back, it says consistent baby steps. The consistent baby steps is my motto, my mantra for Q2. I was on live with Brittany, her Curve Diaries, and we're talking about consistency, and she said, yeah, you have to be consistent. And I'm like, yeah, consistent baby steps is how you get to where you want, and it just stuck. Consistent baby steps is, for me, every day laying a brick until your building is created. So when I first started Dymond's Diary, I wanted instant gratification because I saw everybody around me having instant gratification, and I felt like I was failing because I wasn't getting instant success. And I had a conversation with my dad, and he told me that you don't want to just have money now, you want to have longevity. You want to keep hitting the hammer every single day until you knock it down. Like, every day you want to lay a brick. You wake up, lay a brick, and these bricks are leading you to build your success. Being a millennial, I know it's hard and you feel like sometimes you want it instantly, but when it takes longer, you appreciate it more, and you just have a better sense for it because you really worked for it. So consistent baby steps to me is every day you're doing something towards your dreams, whether that could be something that takes 10 minutes or something that takes 2 hours. Touch it every single day. I chose consistent baby steps because every day you're not gonna have a killer day where you spend 3 hours on your business, or you spend 3 hours perfecting your craft. Some days you might only have the bandwidth to spend 20 minutes. Some days I can only write a blog post for 20 minutes without, walking away, but at least I touched it. So it's like baby steps. When you think about a baby, when a baby takes their first step, right, it's over. Like, the parent knows at that point, hide everything because the kid is walking. So for me, consistent baby steps is every day I'm working on my goal. Every day I'm touching my blog. Every day I'm looking at it. I might not be there all day. I might not be writing blog posts for an hour, but every day I'm gonna touch it. I'm gonna look at it every day. That's a consistent baby step, when you walk in your purpose every single day. So yeah, that's why I made that my motto, because my focus was consistency. Everybody talks about consistency. Everybody says you should be consistent, which you definitely should, but to me it was like, what does the consistency look like? Let's be real. Some days you're not going to go hard. You're not going to feel like it. You're not going to have the bandwidth to go hard, but you still need to do something. So baby steps. So yeah, that is the backstory of why coffee mugs and what consistent baby steps means to me. I'm so happy to have been blogging for 3 years. I can't wait until I hit like year 10. I cannot wait until I have all of these milestones with you. So make sure you go head over to dymondsdiary.com and grab your limited edition mug. Yeah, I'm only selling a couple of these. When I hit the number that I have, I'm through. I'm done. Sale. Oh shoot. Hello.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. I'm great. Thank you.
Yay.
I am setting up your store.
Oh,
And so cute.